what do I see here? Last year, 2021, I produced 525, but the break-even was 6.9. Is this a good situation? Did they make a profit or a loss? They made a loss. On how many units? 1704 units was a loss. They still need to produce 1,700 to start making a profit. Now look at this year. What's happening this year? They had a break, their break even is smaller, nay? Okay, and what's the amount there? 244. So they have gone from making a loss on 1,700 units to making a profit on 244 units. Can you see they're working not necessarily harder, they're working more productively, more effectively. Okay, now, the way they mark the comments on break-even points these days, and I want you to please listen, focused. Focus. I want your eyes on me. I even dressed prettily today. So, how they mark it is, if you say the production changed from this to this, and you say the break-even point changed from this to this, you'll get 2 marks. But if you say, in your answer, they can see that you compared the break-even and the production, and you make a comment about the profit or the loss, then you get full marks. So you can say, in 2022, they made a loss on 1704 units. In 2022, they made a profit on 244 units. Then you get full marks. Okay. Even though you wrote both the production and the break-even, you'll still get 2 marks because you didn't compare them. Okay? So if you are scared that you're going to make that calculation wrong, you can word it like this. You can say, in 2021, the units produced of 5250 is less than the break-even of 6954. Can you see? You're comparing the two. Then you'll also, and you do the same for June 22. Then you'll also get full marks because the marker wants to see that you compare the two. Okay. Sharp with that. Oh, you want to copy? So, now, the second part, and I want to record this because this is how they ask it these days. Let me just get there. Can you see here what they say? They say, Annie wants to improve her profit with 50,000 Rand during the next financial year while maintaining the costs. Calculate the additional units that must be produced to achieve this target. Okay, so she wants to improve. She's already making a profit. What does that tell you? That tells you she's already made a profit, meaning she's already reached her break-even point. Okay, so now you just want to calculate how many additional units she needs to produce to make this profit. Okay, now if I look at the break-even point formula, Emmanuel, then I must usually say fixed cost over selling price per unit less variable cost per unit. And that difference there, the contribution, usually contributes to covering the fixed cost. Once the fixed cost is covered, then we start making that as a profit. So can you see how you're going to use this formula to calculate this? Is the fixed cost already covered? Yes, because they say improve the profit. So what you are going to do is, instead of writing the fixed cost there, you're going to replace it with the profit you want to make. And you're going to say the selling price per unit less the variable cost per unit, because you know now that that contribution is most now profit. So you want to see how many units contributions you need to make 50,000 rand. Can you see how they use that formula? So now let's quickly go look. They tell me the variable cost is 244 and the selling price, please don't confuse selling and distribution with the selling price. Ne? The selling price is 375. So 375 less 244. Did I look right?
Yes, ma'am.
244. So my contribution is what? 131. So 50,000 divided 131 gives me?
382. So we run off the nearest highest number.
Yeah, so it's 381.67. Now can I tell you something? Even if it's 381.1, you will round it up. Because you can't sell part of a product. If you go into a shop and the jerseys are hanging there and they need 3.4 jerseys to sell to start making a profit, so now the fourth jersey doesn't have a sleeve. Are people going to buy it? No, that's most now stupid. You're going to sell a full product. Okay? So even if it's a 0.1, you round it up, because they need to sell a full product. Okay. Do you understand the way they ask it? And this is what they do now. They will make all kinds of variations on this. Just because they want to test that you understand the concept. So I'm going to explain the concept again. If I take my selling price, every single product that I sell has got a selling price. So that never stops. And every product that I sell has got a variable cost. That never stops. Because if I bake a cake, I need an egg. If I bake 2 cakes, I need 2 eggs. If I bake 3 cakes, I need 3 eggs. It's never going to stop. But the fixed cost stops. You understand? So if I switch on, if I get a bus for an outing, if there's one person on it, the bus costs me 4,000. If there's 60 people on it, the bus costs me 4,000. You see? So in other words, the principle of break-even point is the difference between selling price and variable cost is my profit. But it only becomes a profit once I've covered my fixed cost. That's the principle. So that's the money I have to work with. Okay. You guys with me?